Why do you love Pokemon is a question I brought up to my community recently because I've always wondered what everyone's favorite aspect of this great franchise is. We'll go over all of your guys' thoughts on this as well as my own, but first, if you guys enjoy Pokemon content, I guarantee you're going to love this channel as we upload daily Pokemon content. Thus, please subscribe as we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. My name is Jacob as always, and I'd love to have you on board for this great journey we're on. Before we go over all of your guys' opinions, I want to discuss my own. Why do I, Jacob, love Pokemon? It's simple, really. I know this is going to sound pretty corny and pretty lame, but it's the friendships that I've made through this entire YouTube journey of mine. I've made friendships that I know will last a lifetime and just gone through life-altering events because of me doing content and playing Pokemon. My life would be so different, but I don't regret anything I've done in it. Life is a mystery, and it's a beautiful thing. So no, I wouldn't change any aspect of my life, and I know Pokemon will always be there for me, just as I know my friends and you guys will always be too. I really appreciate the support from all you guys, and together I know we'll hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. So no, I wouldn't change any aspect of my life, and I know Pokemon will always be there for me, and just as I know my friends and you guys will be too. I really appreciate the support from all you guys in 2024 and beyond, and together I know we'll hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Anyway, I digress, so let's get into your guys' thoughts. If you guys want to be a part of these in the future, please join the Discord, which is the link in the description, or pay attention to the community post I make as well. Yummy Joshu says, my favorite thing about Pokemon is, well, to be honest, I love Pokemon lore, but it's actually the Pokemon storyline. That Arvin storyline still makes you cry. Okay, enough with the tears. I also love the story that develops the plot twist of evil team boss wants legendary Pokemon to get what they want, and mostly they doom themselves and evil team's never seen again. So basically, taking the red orb when you have a Kyogre and taking the blue orb when you have a Groudon. Well done, Team Aqua and Team Magma. Woo! Yeah, but the Arvin storyline definitely made me cry too. It's like, I think of Lucy and Booty, my kitties. I know Mabastuff's a dog and everything, but I still think of my kitties. That's for sure. That's all I know. Bryce says, I am very much a lore person, but aside from that answer, Pokemon saved my life in ways I never expected. I've been ostracized from groups of friends, and when I was at my lowest, I decided to watch Poketubers, and here I am, and I don't know where I'd be if I hadn't made that decision for myself. I made friends because of it with the Pocket Monsters in real people. It's touching, Brian. Brian, very, very happy that you're one of my close friends too. We've been friends for like 4 years now, and I wouldn't think anything of it, so thank you for being around, and I hope you're around many, many years in the future, my friend. Exclamation by AK Danny says, I think for me it's about the storylines and the different regions of Pokemon I enjoy the most. I may not like the game, but I enjoy the plot within the storyline of Pokemon. That's why I continue to play Pokemon even at 35 years old, because it's something new for every Pokemon game for me personally. For one, Danny, does that mean you somewhat like Black and White? Is this what Danny's saying? Is he saying that he somewhat like Black and White? Because he has gone on many times saying that he hates Gen 5. So does this mean you kind of like Gen 5's story to some degree, or do you hate all of Gen 5? Leave me a comment, Danny. Tenloso says, nowadays, I think my favorite thing about the Pokemon games, besides the nostalgia, is either the designs of new mons that aren't blatant copies, or the ease of play, especially after playing something like Shin Megami Tensei or another harder JRPG. The simplicity of Pokemon can be refreshing. Now, I've never really played another JRPG or anything like that. Does the Tale series count? I've never really played the Tale series, but I've watched my friend play the Tale series. I've watched him. Does that count as experience? Is that a JRPG? I don't even know. I don't know what the entire genre of JRPG actually is. I know RPG is role-playing game. I forget what the J is. It Japanese role-playing game? Is that what the J stands for? Maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. But yeah, Pokemon is pretty simplistic for the most part, until you get to thousands of moves for competitive, hundreds and hundreds of items, different EV spreads, doing damage calcs, trying to figure out how you live certain hits in Draft League. Other than that, it's pretty simplistic, yeah. No, I love that aspect though. I love using my math. I don't know, mathy brain and stuff is very fun. Ellie says, I have two favorite feelings on Pokemon. One, when a new game comes out and you discover a new Pokemon for the first time, I love that feeling. It takes me back to when I was a kid, when I was playing through Sword and Shield for the first time. I was playing with my partner. I cried when I first saw Squavette because I was so excited. Aw, that's precious. Especially being able to play with your partner, that's really nice too. Two, absolutely freaking nailing a prediction in Pokemon Metal. The sense of euphoria afterwards is unreal. It's unmatched. I mean, it really is. Especially if it's a hard prediction. It's not like, oh, I have Ghost-type Pokemon. They have Kingambit. I click Focus Blast. If it's like when it's like a crazy prediction, like they would have never seen it coming, I'm gonna predict their double on my double, and then boom, shakalaka, and then they're in really big pressure. I don't know. Anyway, that's really cool. It is unmatched. It's an unrivaled feeling, and I love it too. Samuel says, my favorite thing is just the nostalgia because my first game was Heart Gold Soul Silver, and it was great. It got me into the Pokemon series, and I also remember the Mystery Dungeon game, still my favorite spin-off game. I love Heart Gold Soul Silver. It's still my favorite remake. Oris is still pretty good. Heart Gold Soul Silver, I don't think anything's gonna beat Heart Gold Soul Silver unless they make the Black and White remake this year, and it's like really, really good. I don't really think it's going to be beaten, in my opinion. I don't personally think Heart Gold Soul Silver is beaten. And as for the Mystery Dungeon games, I've never played one. I'm sorry. I'm uncultured. I haven't played Mystery Dungeon, and I don't like Legends Arceus. Sue me, everybody. I'm sorry. But anyway, Heart Gold Soul Silver is great. My first game was Red and Blue. God, I'm old. I'll be 33 this year. God, I'm old. Have I said I'm old? I'm old. All right, let's move over to the YouTube section now. Yodaman, aka Godaman, says, I would definitely say all of it, but the battling is probably the best part. Don't get me wrong, the replayability is my favorite part. Being able to build a team with your favorite Pokemon and battle with them is such a simple idea, but GameFreak executed it very well. It did. Like, you can enter a tournament with your favorite Pokemon, and if you build them well enough, if you like, so say your favorite Pokemon, I don't know what we're not going to say them, just say you bring your 6. If you're going to go to a VGC tournament, say they're all legal, right? And you look at Pikalytics, it's a VGC website that shows you a bunch of stats, and you build your 6 favorite Pokemon to be able to counteract like the top 12 to 18 Pokemon, chances are if you have a team that's really well built, you could compete. Maybe you won't win, or maybe you won't top 8, but you could win. You go 5 and 4 at a regional potentially with your favorite Pokemon, and that's your favorite Pokemon, and they're not like the best of the best. They're not like Fluttermane, Iron Hands, Ogerpon, Wellspring, the Urshifu, Tornadus, all those. There's tons of good ones, obviously. If your 6 favorite aren't those, you still could do well potentially. Not with like first stage, second stage Pokemon. Like Clefairy is a different situation because Clefairy is really good in VGC because of Frengard. But yeah, you still could do that. That's really cool. They did execute it well. I have to agree, Edelman. 18-wheeler gamer case Kevin says, honestly, just how many different playthroughs there are. No matter how many different times you play a game, no matter how if it's randomized or vanilla, it's always different. Different teams, different RNG plays, different challenges. Every game is different from the last you played. For the most part, yeah, especially if you're like randomizing and all that. And even if you're like playing through Radical Red over and over again like I did, I mean, eventually I have to redo it for 4.0 because almost 3 years ago, on April 14th, 2024, it'd be 3 years ago that I beat Radical Red without any documentation on, well, it wasn't like, they didn't have expert mode, I don't believe at the time, but yeah, it's different. It was different every time, pretty much. Different RNGs, different plays. One time we beat Giovanni and Silphco with a taunt, bulk up, slack off, and assist per ugly because it got buffed in that game, and you just taunted the Hippowdon and set up all over the entire team with bulk up, and you just won. It was easy, it was fun. It was a weird strategy that just worked because I knew what the AI was going to do and when it was going to do it, and it just worked out to perfection. So it was really good. I loved it. But yeah, Kevin, I do have to agree. Trainer Kel says, I think nostalgia factors in majorly. How does it factor in majorly, Kel? So if you're watching this video, how does it factor in majorly? I'd love to know. But I'm sure it does, obvious. But yeah, no, nostalgia, it really, really does. I want to know why her nostalgia factors. And for me, yeah, like as much flack and crap as I like to give Gen 1, I definitely love Gen 1 still. I wouldn't play Red, Blue, Yellow still. On occasion, I'd rather play like Fire Red Leaf Green if I'm going to play Gen 1, but still, like, it's just so nostalgic. I remember, because I took a break from Pokemon. I don't know if I'm the only one who's done that, but I took a break from Pokemon from like 2003 or 4 because I didn't get a Game Boy Advance and Ruby Sapphire Emerald till like 2007. I remember my brother bought us each a Game Boy Advance SP, and he got Fire Red Leaf Green for us. And then oh boy, then I've been on the kick ever since. I've been back on the Pokemon grind ever since. I just played that, and then I got Pokemon Emerald like, I don't know, 6 months later, 7 months later in 2008. I got Pokemon Emerald, and then at the end of 2008, I started working. So I saved up and I bought a DS for myself, and I got Pokemon Pearl. And then a few months later, Platinum came out. So I had that, which is really cool. I love Platinum. Very cool. Then I got Heart Gold Soul Stone. The rest is history. I've been playing ever since. I've been hooked ever since. I started doing YouTube only a couple years later in 2011. And a video, hopefully a special video, will be coming out on March 14th of 2024. Crossing my fingers it can come true. I'm really hoping for it. I don't want to say what it is yet. I want it to be a genuine surprise for most people. But March 14th is all you gotta know. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, nostalgia is a huge factor, like Kel said. And then the Rabbit Dude 101, I have to do this just for memes. Rabbit Dude 101 says, watching you suck at Pokemon, that's why I like it. No, really, I like Pokemon because it's a simple game for anyone to get into for both hardcore and casual players, and you can play it in multiple ways and try out different teams to make it easier or harder for yourself. Thank you, Rabbit. Although I do know, it's not secretly, you definitely love when I suck at Pokemon. You just, for some reason, you love it when I lose. You always have, and I know you always will, but that's what we love about you, Rabbit, so keep coming around, buddy. But anyway, there you have it. This is what everybody loves about Pokemon. If you guys want to be a part of future videos like this, make sure you pay attention to the community posts. Make sure you join the Discord. Discord's always in the description for every video. Please join the Discord. We want as many people as possible. Also, this video is probably coming out after Saturday's video, maybe? I think so. So, if you guys haven't seen the March Madness tournament, join the Discord for that reason. You guys can submit your stuff, and it'll be a lot of fun, and it's prize money. If you guys want to win prize money, if you want to take my money, boom, have it, take it. We're good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and I love you all. Peace.